Hey guys, it's me, Filipina Grace. Welcome back. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. And for today's video, as you can see in the title, I will be talking about how to not feel depressed while studying abroad. So it's always been a dream for many Filipino people to work or study abroad. It's like a dream, like the American dream, the European dream, and like just living, studying abroad and having foreigner friends, boyfriends even. And sometimes the expectations that we have of living abroad is not really what it is in real life. That's why our expectations are here. And once we settle abroad, work abroad, or study abroad, usually it doesn't really meet the expectations that we have set for ourselves. And we get disappointed, we get sad, we get depressed, and sometimes people even do like self-harm because they can't do it anymore. That's when they realize that living in the Philippines is so much more fun than living abroad. So I'm gonna tell you some tips and advice on how to enjoy your stay while you're studying or working abroad as someone who is studying abroad. And I have not been back to the Philippines for a year and 5 months now. So I miss the Philippines, but I like my stay here. And of course, it's different for a lot of people. But yeah, let me just tell you. So first tip that I want to say is make friends and go out with your friends from time to time. You don't have to go out with them every time because that's like a waste of money, but it's good to make friends, make connections. So I'm studying here in Poland and I have friends from the university, and you really need to make an effort to meet up with them and not just stay in your own bubble and be sad and depressed. Sometimes you need to make an effort to keep that connection and also create memories with them. I know it's hard to make connections and create friendship, create bonds when you are older, because now we're more mature and we tend to pick the people that we surround ourselves with. So of course you need to make friends and do not just be friends with everybody. You need to pick people that bring positive vibes to you. That would be my first tip. And you could find friends in your school, in your work, everywhere. Well, not everywhere. Online. You could also make online friends because everywhere abroad there's always a Filipino. Like even here in Poland, I always see Filipinos, and whenever I see Filipinos here in my city, I always say hi. But well, not always, but most of the time I say hi if I can sense that they also want to say hi. So I say hi and then I smile to them. So I will tell you a funny story. I was with my friends, like my college friends, and then I saw Filipinos, a bunch of Filipinos, and then I said hi and I smiled to them, and my college friend was like, "Do you know them?" I said, "No." No, they're Filipinos. When we see each other abroad, like, oh, there's a Filipino. Kumusta? Kabayan, charis. So yeah, and also like my boyfriend's family are always amazed when they see Filipinos. And then when, like, for example, we're walking to the mall and my boyfriend cousin saw Filipino, and she would turn back at me and she'd say, "Filipinos?" And she would smile because she thinks it's fun that there's Filipinos all over the world. Make friends. Next is learn their language. So especially if you're in a non-English speaking country like here in Poland, they speak their language, which is Polish, and it's really good to speak their language so you can connect with native people, you can understand what they're saying, and it's also a really great feeling to learn their language. Once you're learning and you think that it's not going anywhere, but then you talk to a native Polish person, and then you just understand them, it's like happiness. Like, I've never felt so happy whenever I speak in Polish and then I can understand them and they can understand me. Like, we're having a conversation. It's like, it really gives you joy and pleasure. So learn your language and you have something to be busy about. You're just not laying in bed and crying because you miss your family from the Philippines. So when you're learning a language, it occupies your time. You get to learn a new language. Next is go thrift shopping with your friends. Well, not all of us are working and has money for, spending money to expensive shops in the mall. So, well, in my experience, I really love thrift shopping with my friends because it's fun. Like, I get to spend time with them and I get to find clothes that are quality, branded, and cheap. And I get to have cute outfits. So, go thrift shopping with your friends right now. Just kidding. Next is talk to your family in the Philippines at home and do video calls every day and talk to them. And that's what I do here, of course, since we can't see each other physically. So I just video call my mom, my sisters, and I always ask them. I have conversations with them daily. Well, not daily, maybe, but I try to contact them as much as possible. And that's very important. You don't get depressed here while studying or working abroad. Next is plan trips. Well, if you're working abroad and you're working in Europe, it's really easy to plan trips and travel all over Europe because the transportation, I guess, is very accessible. I've never traveled any countries in Europe so far because I'm still waiting for my DRC. But if you're working here and you have the chance or opportunity to plan trips and travel all over Europe, for example, then do that. So you have something to look forward to. And when you're working, you remember, oh, I'm working, so I get to experience things that I've never experienced when I was in the Philippines. That's my advice, to stay happy and to stay motivated to work or study. Plan trips. Next is watch movie. If you have a boyfriend, for example, or with your friend, or you have family here, then watch movie with them. It could be like just at home, chilling at home, Netflix and chill. Just the little things like watch movie with them, the latest movies, and or you could go to the cinema. And next is go on walks. So here in Poland or in Europe, and I'm sure in other countries, they have a lot of beautiful parks. Each na spacer. That's how you say it in Polish. Like go on walks, go to beautiful parks, like visit the place and take pictures because that's very important. Document your life here abroad and send it to your family to inspire or to make them happy that, oh my god, my daughter, my husband is abroad. Just kidding. So yeah, go on walks. Here in our neighborhood, we have a really big like football field and also a park where you can exercise, where you can take a seat, where you can do basketball, volleyball, just in our neighborhood. So it's really nice to take on walks. Yesterday I took a walk with my boyfriend and it was really nice. We get to have fresh air and the sun was shining so bright, so it's really nice and it's therapeutic. Next is visit and try new restaurants. So if you are a foodie, then go try and visit new restaurants. It's really fun. You get to try different dishes. Well, you don't just have to visit and try new restaurants. You could also try the dish in the countries that you're living in. Like for example, here in Poland, I have learned few dishes, Polish dishes, and I have learned how to cook it. Try and visit new restaurants and try to cook. And lastly, what I want to say to stay happy while living abroad is to pray. Because sometimes there are feelings, there are things or happenings in our lives that we can control. And sometimes all you gotta do is sit and pray and surrender everything to God. Just hope that everything will be okay with His grace. Because sometimes we will miss our families in the Philippines and we can't do anything because, well, first the plane ticket is expensive and also we have obligations here that we need to finish, like studying or working, like contracts. Powerful thing that we could do is pray. Hopefully I enlightened you guys with some of the things that I do here in Poland that makes me sane and stay happy. And hopefully, wherever you are in the world, hopefully you're happy and enjoying the life that you have right now. So thank you for watching this video. I hope to see you on my next video. Bye!